All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Legacy SMP series on the Legacy SMP server. It is I, Chimney Swift 11, and we are junking. We're junking it today. Our armor is in desperate need of repair and upgrade, and I'm just sick and tired of junking it around. Junking meaning like just really suffering. Like, look at this. We only have a chest plate and leggings, and they're both about to die. And so we're gonna be remedying that situation today with an upgrade to some much needed diamond armor. I need a new sword as well. I've got a lot of stuff to update you guys on. Today's episode is gonna be extremely fun. We're gonna be doing some really cool things as well as setting up a shop, our first shop on the server. So stick around for that because I'm super excited for you guys to see this. But for right now, I have sort of inadvertently set up a little bit of a challenge for myself throughout at least the early part of this series. I thought it would be fun to actually try and get my enchantments on my weapons, my tools, my weapons, and my armor without an enchanting table. I have the ability to build an enchanting table. I've got books, I've got diamonds, I've got obsidian. However, I've been doing a ton of AFK fishing at the AFK fish farm here, and I've gotten a lot of amazing books. So we have a lot of enchanting books. And so I was thinking that it would be really fun today to make some armor and then use some of the books that I have gotten from the fishing to actually enchant our armor with. I hope I have enough levels for all of this. I have 56 levels right now, but if we run out, then I'll have to go get some more, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. You can actually get quite a bit from fishing, and I've set up a bit of a mob farm as well, which is kind of sweet that I can show you guys. Also, I have changed my house dramatically from last episode, so I'm gonna show you guys that. I've done a ton of work in between episodes, just making the whole place look nicer. But we're gonna start with one activity at a time, and that is going to be creating our armor. Let me go ahead. I'm just gonna craft a new crafting table, which we will just plop right there for right now. Let's grab our things. We'll craft these things one at a time here. So we got our new diamond helmet. There we go. We got an achievement, cover me with diamonds. All right. Let's do our chest plate. Getting some big upgrades here today, boys and girls. And we're gonna do a diamond sword as well, which I am pumped about. Again, I don't know that, I'll experiment with some more after I record all this, but for right now, we're just gonna do like protection 3 on everything. So some of these books are combined. So I think I put protection 3 on all the top ones. So protection 3 on the boots, protection 3 on the pants, protection 3 on the chest, and protection 3 on the head. I didn't get any protection 4 books from fishing, like none at all. So protection 3 was the highest level that I can get. At some point, maybe we'll go and we'll enchant some books in the enchantment table and see if we can get protection 4 out of that. But I thought it would be kind of fun to just try and make all of our armor and weapons and tools and stuff with the enchantments on an anvil with books instead of, you know, the traditional way in an enchantment table. I should update you guys really quick. I have enchanted and created some diamond tools though. So I have efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, and mending on this diamond axe. This diamond shovel, by the way, was almost dead yesterday until I created my mob grinder and basically put mending on this sucker and got it back to full health, which is really, really awesome. So we've got mending on that. I bought these mending books from Sean Bits, who is selling mending books because I think he has a villager. That's a shop in town that I bought those from. So we got mending, unbreaking 3, and efficiency 3 on the shovel. Then we also have mending, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, and fortune 3 on the diamond pickaxe. So I was able to get a couple more diamonds just the other day with the fortune 3, which is super, super nice. All right, guys, so I've got everything fully enchanted here for the most part. we're gonna flip around. Oh, yes, okay, perfect. I don't wanna show you guys my house just yet. I wanna show you everything that I did though. So I basically took the thorns that I was reading on the wiki, and I actually found out that you can combine enchants in an anvil to upgrade the enchants. So I had 2 books that contained thorns 1 on them. I was gonna put thorns 1 on my legs. Eventually I'd like to probably get thorns on all my armor, and then also get mending on the armor so that it sort of negates the damage, the extra damage it takes with thorns, you know, when I get XP and stuff. But what I decided to do was, instead of putting thorns 1 on a chest plate and thorns 1 on my legs, I actually combined the thorns. So I had thorns 1 on my chest plate, and I used the next thorns book to put that on the chest plate, and that upgraded that to thorns 2. You can get up to thorns 3. I don't have any more thorns books, but anyways, that's kind of what I did. I just wanted to update you guys, and I'm gonna mess around with some more enchants maybe and see if we can get a couple extra things on some of this other stuff, maybe like the helmets or the boots, depending on what other enchantments I have, if there's anything else. This sword though is it's looking pretty legit. We've got sharpness 4, fire aspect 2, knockback 2, sweeping edge 3, and looting 3. So this sword is definitely a beast, and I'm really enjoying it, especially for creepers. The knockback is super, super nice. All right, guys, so I'm gonna flip around. I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour before we jump into today's project, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of my house, which I know I built last episode, but I've done a lot to it, and I wanna show you guys what it looks like now. So check it out. It looks a lot different. Basically, I decided to alter the design a little bit. I kept the same sort of style tower over here, but I moved it over. I also moved the door over and back. And I did some terraforming on the hill because I know a lot of you guys in the comments were talking about how I needed to maybe adjust some things, and I definitely did that. So this is what we're looking at here. So we've got 2 towers still, both on each side, although that one is a little bit farther back that way. And this one is still in line with where the first one was, but it was just moved to the right, like I said. This is Chim's place. Welcome, guys. This is what it looks like inside. I'm still doing some interior decoration. I think it looks pretty sweet. So over here, we've got my little kitchen, little fireplace with the cauldron. Still sort of working out how all this looks. I've got my storage back here so far. We have a back door as well, which is sort of hidden behind this little hillside here. That mythical sausage the other day destroyed. He rode through here, did something while I was off. I wasn't on the server, and I found out that he was the one that destroyed it. So I had to rebuild this whole thing. We're gonna have to get him back for that. Yeah, I got a little hillside back here, and what I wanna do coming up for a little project is I actually kinda wanna make a mini tree house. Maybe we can put an enchantment table up here, but I kinda wanna do something with this tree here. Got a guy here with the armor stand, looking pretty nice. So over here, we got my bedroom, and then this part isn't finished yet. I still gotta kinda finish all this stuff in the floor and everything, but this is the first tower. So you can kinda come up here. We've got some trapdoors up here, which look pretty sweet. And so this is our first tower, lookout tower that we have. And then this lookout tower actually over here, actually modeled, you guys can probably see way out there in the distance, that's Fwip's tower. And I actually used the same design for the top part and modeled it after that because I thought, hey, if we're doing like this medieval village type of thing, it might be kind of cool to have some themes and elements of builds be more uniform throughout the town, right? As if like an architect designed this entire town by himself or something. So I thought, hey, that could be kind of cool to use Fwip's tower design, little peak over there, and incorporate it on mine. We'll just do a little bit lower. So that's what I did, and it worked out really well. I think it's kind of cool. It's gonna give a little bit more uniformity sort of to the town rather than having my own design here and maybe not match something else. It kind of has this, my build I feel like sort of has this look of like, part of it resembles the chapel, and part of it is my own sort of design, and then part of it is like a hobbit hole design, and then part of it is some of Fwip's design over there. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section, and what I think we're gonna do today. So starting our project today, I need to set up a farm. I wanna set up an automatic honey farm. I'm not sure exactly where I wanna do that yet. Basically, if you come down through this tower here and go all the way down, it's gonna take you to, not really a secret tunnel, but it's a tunnel that goes over to my AFK fishing farm. And it's like sort of what's right now is the basement of the chapel. But I was thinking if we went this way, we could maybe make an underground honey farm over here. Now the goal for today's episode is I want to set up my honey shop in town, which I'm going to set up over here. Oh, also forgot to show you guys my custom beet farm. So Sausage also rode through the other day, and when he destroyed my hill, he also chopped away the normal villager farm that was sitting here. So I said, all right, fine. I'm gonna rebuild. And so I made my own custom farm right here. This is the first custom farm I've ever built. I think it turned out pretty awesome. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, our shop, like I mentioned a couple episodes ago, is gonna go underneath here. This is where we're gonna be just selling some stuff here preliminarily, just to get a few diamonds before we move to the shopping district. I'm gonna make a full-fledged shop in the shopping district. So what I'd like to do real fast before we start setting up this shop is set up an AFK bee farm, or not AFK, but an automatic honey farm. And I think I'm gonna do that underneath my tower so that we can just, it'll be nice and close, but I don't know. I just think that's a good spot for it. So I'm gonna get that set up, and I will show you guys what that looks like when it's done, and then we'll get working on that shop over there for today's video. All right, guys, so I got this whole bee farm set up, and I actually went ahead and I made 3 of these. So the idea here, before I set up this shop, was I needed to sort of maximize my production and output of the product that I'm selling, obviously. And with just having beehives out in front of the chapel and in front of my house, it really kind of made things hard to, on a mass scale, start producing certain things. I still don't have everything finished yet, but basically what I did was I set up 3 automatic bee farms here that are automatically collecting honey. And so I let this sort of run overnight, and you can kind of see here that we've got a bunch of honey bottles and some more honey bottles over here. And then over here, we have even more honey bottles. And all of these obviously can either be sold individually as food, which people can use for drinks or whatever, or I can combine them into the honey blocks and start selling stacks of honey blocks. Honestly, I'm not sure what I'm going to charge for this. I think I should charge quite a lot because the process by which this takes a lot of time. The bees have to collect the honey. These hives have to get to honey level 5. There's 5 levels of honey in here. If you press F3 and hover over the hives, you'll see in the top right there under targeted block, it says beehive facing south, honey level 0. So there's 5 levels there. This one's at level 2. And once it hits level 5, that and only then is when the hive is ready. So the bees come out a lot, they collect the pollen and they go back in, but that cycling just takes time. So I don't know, I'm thinking about charging quite a bit for that, but what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna set up a time lapse over here by our store location because I need to get building on this today. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna build it or what I'm gonna do with it, but we're gonna set up a time lapse and I'm gonna show you guys how I put this sucker together. We'll have our little shop here for right now, and then we'll probably end up moving it at some point over to the shopping district, but I just wanna get business up and running for now. So let's jump into the time lapse, here we go. All right, guys. So, geez, this has been a long process. The shop is not yet done, but I do want to show you guys what I have so far, just so I can get this video uploaded to you. I'm going to be doing some work off camera after this video gets uploaded, just to make sure that I'm selling everything properly. Because there's a lot of items I'm selling. It's not just a cut and dry type shop where we're just selling like sugarcane, for example, and that's it. I'm trying to sell everything bees, and as I'm sort of scaling up, I'm realizing that, yeah, this is gonna take a while. So what I've decided to do is I'm actually just gonna kind of sell some small items here first, and then once we get to the point where I feel like I'm ready to scale up the business, I'll move a much bigger shop into the shopping district, which is a whole area and region that we have within this world. And it's actually just over that way a little ways. But let me show you guys what I've got. I redesigned this a couple times, ultimately kind of decided on this here. So you come in, it says first time here, please read book. All this stuff are just building blocks and things that I'm still working with. But I've set up a little book here with a guy with an armor stand. And it says, thanks for visiting Chim's small bee and honey shop. As of right now, supplies are limited, but production will be ramping up soon. My bees are 100% farm and flower raised. They're treated with the highest amount of love and care. Over time, as our production increases, we will eventually be moving this shop into the shopping district. For now, please take a look around and feel free to purchase what you'd like. Let Chim know if there's anything else you need. Thanks. So hopefully everybody on the server comes in here and reads this and checks it out. What we're going to be offering here to start are some honey bottles. And I haven't decided on the price yet. I was thinking about 1 diamond for a stack of 16, but I think I'm going to do 1 diamond for a stack of 32. I'm also going to put a bottle return out front so that people, once they use up their bottles, if they decide to use honey bottles as food, that they can return the bottles back to me so that I can use them and put them back into the production of making more honey, because that would be really freaking helpful. So I've got a little system here. All payments will go here. So when people come in here, hopefully they see this. I made the sign the same color as a diamond because that's what we're using as currency. I'm also gonna take these banners and make designs on them and stuff. Same with the ones out front. Haven't gotten around to that yet. Obviously that stuff takes a little bit of time, but we're gonna be selling honey bottles here, which I've got a couple honey farms going. So I can pull these into automatic production. This is probably gonna be the thing I can produce the most of right now. We're also gonna be selling honey blocks. I'm gonna try and sell stacks of 64, but that takes a lot of honey bottles. So for one honey block, you need 4 honey bottles. So that's a lot of glass bottles and it takes a lot of time. So anyways, I'll be setting up, like I said, setting up the prices. I'm gonna be selling honeycombs, stacks of honeycomb as well. I'm gonna be selling the honeycomb blocks. And what I'd like to do is sell beehives that have bees in them so that people can take bees and buy bees and take them back to their bases and everything, you know, the people that are on this server. What I'm thinking about doing though, because this process is actually super tedious of getting bees to populate a hive, it's not something you can, at least not as of right now that I'm aware of, you can automate. So this is something that I have to do sort of manually, and basically it takes a long time. So each of these 3 hives actually have 3 bees in them. And what I was thinking about doing, the businessman in me is thinking about doing this, is setting up a bundle, a package bundle, right? So instead of just coming in and buying a hive, I think I'm gonna sell empty hives because those are easy to make and easy to sell. I'll sell those, but I also wanna sell hives that have bees in them, but put them in a bundle, a starter bundle of sorts. So maybe what we'll do is, you know, we'll put like a starter bundle, we can have like a campfire. So you get in the bundle, you have to pay, you know, I don't know, 10 diamonds or something like that. It'll be a higher price, but with it, you'll get a beehive with 3 bees in it, a campfire. Maybe I'll add in, you know, like, I don't know, like 16 sunflowers or something so you can breed the bees and make more. And maybe, you know, then I'll throw in like, I don't know, a stack of 8, let's say 8 honey bottles and maybe something else. So maybe some like extra flowers, like a different type of flower or something so that you can sort of decorate your area kind of like I've done here or whatever. And maybe that'll be more enticing for people to buy if they don't have any bees yet. And that way I can kind of sell individual little bundle sets where it's like, hey, you can take these bees and you can take them back to your base and get them started or get your own little farm started with your bees. Maybe that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be kind of fun. If I'm missing anything here, let me know. There were some items I've been thinking of including kind of in the bundle. I probably won't put it in this chest here. I'll probably make a separate chest like on this wall over here. We could have like a specials wall or something. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode on the Legacy SMP server. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This little shop is coming along. Like I said, I'm going to have to do a little bit of work kind of off camera and setting it up, you know, so that it's fully ready to go. But I do like it. I like that we've got our little trader here holding out a bottle of honey. It looks kind of cool. So guys, let me know down in the comment section what you think. Please be sure to leave a like on this video as well and share it with somebody that you know. I definitely put a lot of time and effort into this episode. I had to do a lot of work off camera and it's taken me a few days just to get this episode compiled together with all the extra work that I put into it. So your love and support on it is much appreciated. Guys, thanks so much for watching and I will see you in the next episode of Legacy SMP coming very soon. Peace.